Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us here as we play Society, or a little Dark Academia Vampire the Masquerade game. Unfortunately, we are missing Madamava Couture tonight, but they'll be back next game. So do not worry about that. We did, however, find our Cujo who had gone missing. We put up a couple of posters, some signs on the milk cartons, and lo and behold, Cujo was delivered to us in a FedEx box this morning. So we cleaned them
Yeah, it
up.
was really confusing why you picked milk cartons, because I haven't seen one in like at least 15 years.
Which is why it took us so long to find you.
Hmm.
Next time I'll try Campbell's soup cans. We'll try old style beer cans. There you go. In Chicago, that's gonna work. Zima cans. There we go. My friends, please tell these fine folk who are coming over to watch us tonight who you are and who you are playing. I will start with, since I was just talking to him with the Cujo, and Cujo, if you want to kick it up to somebody else after, that would be great.
Hi, I'm Cujo, the one that Bleak was just bullying. I am playing Sydney, the Toreador, this evening. I'm going to be an artsy douchebag all night, and I can't wait. I'm going to toss it over to Tato.
Hi, I'm Tato, meaning I'm Cato, and everybody calls me Tato, and it's just my lot in life. I got a nickname for my nickname, and tonight I'm playing Sloane Marlowe, who is the person who was born to be a Bruja but forced to be a Tremere, because that's how Bleak bullies me. Laura.
Hi, hello, good evening, folks. You can call me Laura or Tutu or Laura Tutu, and tonight I am playing Benedict the La Sombra.
Also known as Benedict Somberbatch.
Yeah, okay, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Thank you, Teddy. I also refuse.
All right. So are we starting a petition not to call Tato anymore?
No, you can. This like an
okay.
It's nice. I like it.
Okay.
It's nice.
The potato.
Just a little tater.
This little
tater.
As you can tell, we are very dark creatures of the night here. Yes, sorry, you were going to say, Katie?
Cujo got a hail.
Cujo got a hail.
Thank you for the hail. Was it for me or was it for Teddy who's barking back there?
No, it's for Teddy. Let's be real.
I mean, yeah. Teddy's
it's for Teddy's, but you can use it.
You got a proxy because Teddy doesn't have thumbs.
Exactly. Beyond that, before we begin tonight with our little recap, we're just out here giving the doggos all the love. I would like to give some shout outs to Raven Sarah, best mod in the universe. Thank you, Raven Sarah, for everything that you do here, always showing up and doing the stuffs that need to be done. Really appreciate you. So thank you very much. One day we'll make a Nightbot chat command for you, but you know, I promise. And it'll say something really, really profound and great, like Raven Sarah the best.
And pay you $1,000 per game to moderate. At some point, that'll happen.
Yeah, Cato will pay you.
U.S.
Yes, U.S. out of their pocket money made from burlesque dancing.
Because that goes really far.
Also, shout out to tabletopaudio.com, where we get all our nice sounds, the music that you hear. It's all from Tim there. It's all free. Go and check it out. Use it in your games. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of goodness. And we're using any maps tonight, so I think that we are just about ready to go. How about a little recap, my friend, since it has been 2 weeks since we last played. For the most part, the broad strokes of the last session, a lot of you had followed some clues after getting some reinforcements in the form of Benedict Somberbatch. You had gone to the library to follow up on some clues, and the first one you found was this little piece of paper that was folded many times over and hidden in the library. Basically, a sort of final clue to announce that you had found the quietest society and where you could find them and where they would meet. You followed this up and found your way into the church, where you discovered in the basement the quietest society hideout, if you will. On the floor were several occult symbols. Most of them, Benedict declared, were sort of fake or not very genuine and just sort of tourist occult stuff. But the blood was very real, as were the paintings of the vampire's mouth and the word the Ipsa Nocte, which means to drink from the night itself. You wondered where that came from until you found a book with some more of Annabelle Caravaggio's writings in it, including the phrase to drink from the night itself and a very clear instruction manual basically on how to create ghouls and vampires and blood bond people. So, I mean, we could say the Masquerade's been broken, but more like it's been obliterated at this point. If this ever got out, it would be a pretty terrible thing. Beyond that, hey, Vancouver, thank you for coming in. Steve, appreciate you.
Do you want the SI? This is how you get the SI. This is how you get the Second Inquisition.
Yep. Oh, and it's coming. Join us when we play Montreal by Night in 2025.
No, it's gonna be fine.
Beyond that, you had also found in this basement the following markings. Their sort of motto for the quietest society: to drink from the night itself, to adore the Carthaginian, and to become the thousandfold epicenter, which were all phrases lifted from Annabelle Caravaggio's writings. You had also found 3 names: Severin, Herculean, and Justine, all of which are characters from some of the occult erotic books that you'd found in the basement of the church. The last thing that you had found, hey, Ekerning, come on in. Thanks for coming in. Lummox Beast, thank you so much for hanging out with us. You had found a matchbook for the road, 20 miles of rough road, which is the punk bar in town that Sloan knows very well. And then at the very end of this game, just as Sloan had foreseen in her little fugue state a few games before, the door was shut on you by the Carthaginian himself, sealing you off in the basement. And by you, I mean Benedict, Sloan, and Ramona, even though madamava Couture is not here tonight to play Ramona. Ramona is with you. But whilst all of this was going on, your friend Sydney had gone off a little earlier to look up, he had said, a friend of his, perhaps someone he knew that had some connection to the school. Sydney, you head back into town, into New Carthage, and you don't have to go very far. Just sort of down the hill at the entrance of the village is a small coffee shop. It's like a student hangout, and as you approach it and stare through the window and try to find the person you're looking for, you do notice Henry in there, sitting by himself near the back. He's got a few books on this table with him, and he's typing away on his computer. Tell us, Sydney, who is this person to you as you gaze upon them through this front glass of the cafe?
There is a small pang of something in Sydney's chest when he sees this student. Because when Sydney was embraced at age 23. And after awakening, they knew that returning to attempt to salvage anything from their family would just invite pain. So Sydney disappeared. Henry is my nephew, born after I was embraced, and I have kept a keen eye just to make sure that this surviving member of my living family is doing well. Perhaps it's a attachment to mortal business that shouldn't be something that I should be enamored by, but Sydney sort of needs that. And especially now that there is some danger in this school, Sydney feels that need to check in on Henry and make sure that he's doing all right. And maybe see if I could gather some information.
As I was saying, you see him sitting alone in the corner of the cafe. It's one of those cafes that's like a very kind of idiosyncratic cafe a little bit. It's got like a lot of old furniture in it, things rescued from antique sales and thrift shops and things of that nature. So it's very kind of varied types of furniture. Nothing matches with nothing else. There's these very kind of Baroque pieces, and then there's like some things from the 1970s, and there's this giant bookshelf along one wall, and at first you think it's maybe a fake, like just one of those things with like fake books in it, like you'll sometimes see in pubs and whatnot. But as you step into the warmth of the cafe, you realize that this is in fact kind of a coffee shop and bookshop. They have like all these used secondhand books that are lining up the shelves, and people can just pick them up and read them, or they can buy them, and you can see that the prices are fairly affordable. And they're all kind of, there's a very, they're a varied lot, basically. You see some old leather-bound Edgar Allan Poe books along next to, some of the more modern things that, like, I don't want to say Twilight, but, whatever sort of popular fiction of the type would be, so there's like a kind of a good mix of stuff. The student body is also kind of very mixed. And as you step into this very cozy interior with a little bit of like kind of dark classical music playing in the background, you, I don't know, feel maybe a little bit like a bit of a pang of like, oh yeah, like, like I could hang out here. Like I could, to be human again, and to be young, and to be coming to this college, and to have your entire life in front of you still, and to be like, still open to the wonders of the world, and being surprised by things, and knowing that all the best years were still ahead of you. And as you think that, it makes you really kind of, again, realize exactly the situation that you're in, sneaking around, trying to see members of your family, not letting them know you're still alive. And it kind of reinforces that melancholy that inevitably comes with being kindred. You approach Henry, and I would like you to tell me how you do this. I don't want to dictate your approach to this, or even if you do approach.
Are they sitting at like a small table, or are they sitting like in the corner of like one of those larger tables that you'd see in a coffee shop?
So there's like this, so they're kind of in a corner where there's this strange sort of, old Victorian style kind of corner couch that fits right in the corner, and like it's got like kind of two seats, and then there's a little round table in front of them, and there are like two little benches that sit across from it.
I am going to grab a book, and I would like to find a copy of Interview with a Vampire, and I would like to sit across from Henry on one of those other benches, and just sort of like, there's no, well, you know what, Sydney's rather suave, sort of flash the cover of the book as he opens it and starts to read, just to see if there's any particular reaction.
You'll see him kind of startled a bit, look up, and then his first reaction is to look around to see if there are other places, like, did you sit here because you wanted to sit here, or did you sit here because it was the only place left in the place? And he sort of looks around, and you can see that he's a little confused as to why you're there, but then he just kind of, gives you that like that little awkward I don't know you and you just sat at my table, but I guess it's okay kind of smile. I'm just gonna kind of pretend that things are normal, and he goes back to his work, but you see him once in a while, his eyes kind of go up and he looks at you and he looks at the book that you're holding. And I'm sorry, do I know you?
We may have passed a couple times in the hall.
Are you a student at the academy?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that's what it is then.
So I can never. I'm awful at introductions. I'm Jack.
I'm sorry, Henry.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Yeah, pleasure's mine. And he does that thing where like, okay, conversation's over now. I got work to do. Kind of thing,
As he does that, I would like to sense the unseen, just to see if there's anything around this cafe or anything near Henry that has their eyes on him.
Go for it.
All right, we're doing that's plus aspects. Okay, I got 2 successes.
As you extend your perception and take a look around, you notice that there are things here. You see the lingering presence of, I wouldn't say full-on spirits, but the lingering presence of perhaps emotions or things like that. A lot of these old items, the books, some of the furniture have, served a long time, have had a lot of very meaningful things occur around them, and some of them still kind of carry the echoes of these emotions and whatnot. And in some ways you could say the place is haunted by these echoes of the past, but none of them appear to be full-on spirits or anything of the sort, and you don't see anything particularly attached or interested, as you said, in Henry.
That's good, at least. I'll flip a couple pages of the book, and then I'll eventually perk back up. I've been hearing rumors. Just sort of didn't really know who else to kind of ask about this. I'm taking like classes.
Please, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm kind of. Do you hear any rumors about some creepy stuff at the academy?
He kind of looks around, and you mean like the algebra professor?
I haven't heard that one, but I'd be all ears. I'm sort of a fan of the gossip, that sort of stuff.
I wouldn't want to be speaking out of turn. It's I just they just say that he's he likes to add up more than numbers, but that's that's really just sort of what they say, and they say a lot of things. You hear a lot of whispers, and not all of them are worth listening to.
Yeah, that's true. Like these houses that are at the academy. I'm a recent transfer, so I'm still kind of learning a lot of the lingo. But I heard there's like a fourth one.
Fourth one?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe that's just more rumors that don't really have any weight to them. But I just figured I'd ask if you heard anything about it. This is the most awkward conversation I think I've ever had. I'm so sorry. Do you want a coffee?
No, honestly, I'm okay. Look, I don't mean to be rude, but I do have a lot of work to do. If there's something you want to ask me, just ask me and let's work it out, and then you can go back to reading about Edward Cullen, and I can go back to working on my thesis, which I'm really impressed about. So
Totally got it. Hint taken. I will leave you to your work. Good luck with your thesis.
no, if you want to ask me something about the school, just ask me. I'm happy to help you out. I just want us to get to it, I guess is what I'm saying.
All right. I've heard rumors that some disappearances have happened in the past. And so I was just curious if you heard on any sort of resolution, on any sort of insider info. Maybe there's some whispers amongst the students on theories or anything like that. It's just
only disappearance I ever heard of, and jury is still out whether or not it's true, is the story of the Carthaginian. Apparently some kid a long time ago.
Name.
Sorry?
I keep hearing that name. If you don't mind, I know you're in the middle of something.
Some kid a long time ago apparently was bullied by some of the other kids, and they ended up accidentally, the story says they ended up accidentally killing him in the church, and they hid the body, and the body was never found. And now they say that, and this was a long time ago. This was like in the 19th century, you gotta understand. And they say now that you can sometimes see him, a young man, well dressed, carrying a lamp, walking around the campus grounds, and they call him the Carthaginian because, of course, New Carthage and all that.
Sure. Interesting. It's a little creepy. Well,
but that's the only thing I've ever heard of.
You ever seen him?
Me, no. I don't believe in don't believe in anything supernatural.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, I appreciate you giving me that little bit of insight. I mean, I truly apologize. You've got something going on. I hope it goes well. And
it's fine. It really is. I didn't mean to come off as a jerk either. I just, Christmas holidays coming up soon. Got to get these exams done. You know how it is. You're a student, right?
Yeah.
What are you studying exactly?
Art. I'm an art student. I've been sort of bouncing between a couple universities, picking up some classes here and there. But I'm really into art history specifically. That's sort of my my focal point. But anyway, I'm going to leave you to your thesis. I appreciate you chatting with me for a little bit. And it's Louis de Pointe-du-Lac, not Edward Cullen.
Oh, sorry, I just all that supernatural werewolf stuff, just that's not for me.
I mean, okay. Now I'm just curious. Is there a particular reason? I mean, we all loved watching like Legend of Sleepy Hollow when we were a kid, or crushed on Brad Pitt in Interview with the Vampire. I mean, is there a particular reason?
No, it's just so silly to me. Like I like things that are real and concrete, and I think the real world's full of enough kind of mysteries and interesting things without having to add all these weird, messed up ones. And plus, like, I don't know, it just kind of gives me the creeps, thinking about, these creatures roaming around in the dark and eating people and things like I don't know, they're just the kind of stories that I don't really feel the need to know about.
Well, I respect your viewpoint. I get it. I'm personally of the mind where, if there's something unknown, if there's something other, then that's interesting. But we're totally off topic now.
Are you sure we haven't met before? You seem oddly familiar. You must say something really weird. You remind me of my mother a bit.
That's the first time I've heard that one.
Just it's in the mannerism a little bit, and I think you get along with her.
Well, that, considering we literally just met 5 minutes ago, I will take that as a compliment. And,
she, died last summer. And, been difficult to focus on school and everything else I'm supposed to be doing. And I'm falling behind a lot. And it's hard to even just keep up. So, I came off as rude or I'm sorry.
no, I'm sorry that I didn't know. I'm here making light of, I'm sorry for your loss. That,
Yeah. Can't live eternally, can we?
Yeah. What's your thesis on? I might, I'm starting to kind of rub shoulders with a couple people. Maybe somebody, I can send your way if you need some help.
I'm doing mostly historical research these days. I don't even really know it. It started off as a paper tracing the evolution of cultural mores from the people of Eastern Europe who came over here in the early days of Colombia. But it's just, I don't know, it's just bullshit. I mean, who fucking cares anymore?
I mean, that's not, I can tell you that there are a lot of people who care.
Yeah.
I mean, history is there for us to learn from. It's literal documentation of both our mistakes and our successes. It's a blueprint of who we were and a base from which we can learn and grow from. I would never minimize history.
But we don't really learn from it, do we? Constantly out here repeating the same bullshit mistakes over and over and over again, and it doesn't matter how many papers I write or how many brilliant insights I have on the evolution of the pierogi in New England. Like who the fuck cares?
You'd be surprised how many people care.
Oh.
And if it helps at all, nobody picks anything up on their first try. And I'd like to think that at some point people will eventually learn after they've made enough of those same mistakes. But that's just an artist's optimism, I guess. My point being, you got into history for a reason. You found something in it that drew you in. A passion. You're writing a thesis on it. Don't let the exhaustion and your grief snuff out your light and that passion. Pursue it. Even if it's hard. Sometimes getting up in the morning and taking that first step to keep moving forward is impossible. But if you don't, if you don't keep moving forward, then you're stuck, and then there's no learning to be had.
I imagine that, like everything else, will be better in time. I just have to occupy my mind, and that's what I'm trying to do.
You got this. I know it's hard right now, but I won't say it gets easier, because it doesn't, but just take it one step at a time. That's all you can do.
Do you have a few minutes? I might not take coffee, but I might go for that, for tea maybe, something without any caffeine in it.
Yeah, I got you. Any particular flavor? Any sort of ingredients you fancy most? Mint, lemon?
I'm green with maybe a splotch of honey in it.
Got you. And as Sydney rises to go and order the tea, he is going to take a shuddered breath and just recognize that he lost someone. And he wasn't even there.
You go to the counter and order the tea and get something for yourself?
I'll just get a water for me.
You get the tea and the water, and when you turn around, you realize Henry's gone. Your book, Interview with the Vampire, sitting alone and forlorn in the middle of the table where you left.
He'll sit back down in that spot for a few moments. Is Henry's stuff all gone too?
Yeah.
Okay, that hurt a lot more than I thought it would.
And as you sit there pondering all this, I would like to take a moment to ask the rest of the table if everyone's all right. You good? As you sit there with your little interview with the vampire and a cup of tea and a glass of water and life carrying on around you with all these students there and still filled with hopes and dreams and working really hard to make their future life as good as they can. We travel back towards the church, the basement of which Ramona, Benedict, and Sloane are currently trapped, having seen, and I think it was Benedict who saw him, but having seen the Carthaginian slam the trap door close and hearing the sliding of the bolt. What do you do?
Well, fuck.
You've got to be fucking kidding me.
That's a big problem.
No shit.
Okay. Any ideas?
Okay. I'm assuming the stupid trapdoor latches from the outside.
There seems to be like both. It seems to be lockable from inside. There's like a deadbolt that's here that's obviously not in place. And now that you're thinking about it, you're not sure if you heard a deadbolt or if you heard something being moved over the trap, maybe, or something like that.
Benedict, come here. I have an idea.
What?
Here, just hold me. And I like grab Benedict's hands and like brace them on my back and like put my weight on them and just kick up at the trap door.
Oh God! With my 1 dot of strength.
Me too.
Are you going to do a Ross check to try and get a little bit of juice?
Sure.
Oh my God.
Why not? It's just games. I got a success on that one.
Okay. What's your blood surge? Blood potency is 2, so you're going to get to add 2 to your strength.
Oh, nice. Okay. Strength. And anything
if only
else?
you were a Bruja.
Do I add anything else or just straight strength?
So you're going to do strength. I'm going to have you do athletics, and you're going to add 2 dice from your blood potency, and I'm going to let you add 1 die for Benedict helping you.
Hot dog. 1 success that's bright red, which I believe is a critical success.
All it means is that you rolled it on a hunger die, but since we're not doing that critical, messy critical, it wouldn't matter anyway. So
Okay.
as long as you get the success, you get the success, which is good.
Good.
You get the success, you kick it, and it lifts up, and you can see that it's something that's heavy that's on it. Like it, it's not like it lifts up and then drops back down kind of thing. You realize that like kicking or like a sunburst force is not going to do it. It's going to have to be like a lifting effort more than like a kicking attack or an impact attack.
Is there a crate or something that we could just pull? If we both
There's
pushed it, we can get this open.
There's the sort of steamer trunk that had all the S&M gear and all the books in it.
Let's get that shit. And I like run over, close it, and start. I'm scrambling. I'm like,
Sloan. Where's your goddamn cell phone?
Pat my jacket pocket and I go, here.
I want you to open it.
Click.
The fuckface McGee that none of us like. Do you have his fucking phone number?
Which one?
What's his dick from earlier? Darcy.
Oh, right. Yeah, hang on.
Yeah. Maybe we just call for help.
Bring, bring.
Hello, Sloan. Where are you at?
Darcy.
You're not out drinking, are you?
No, can you shut up for a second?
Got work to do.
Shut up. We're stuck in a base. No talking. Thank you so much. We are stuck in the basement of the church at the edge of campus. Can you come get us, please?
There's silence for a moment, and then.
All right, dickhead. Are you done?
Hold on. Hey, hold on.
Christ.
Okay. Hey, Sloan's stuck in the basement. Yeah. With the others in the basement of the church. They're stuck in the fucking vampires. They're stuck in the basement.
This is why I didn't want to call. This is why. This right here.
No,
That's
you did.
great.
You did the right thing.
I understand.
Sloan,
I understand.
You did the right thing. You did the right thing, Sloan.
Okay, so you're sending someone immediately? Great.
The basement of the church?
Yeah, edge of campus. The one where all the black roses grow.
No, there's only one church on the campus grounds.
Yeah, the one that's that's under construction. Just
Benedict is gonna march up, take Sloan's hand, pull the phone. Will you come fucking get us out of this goddamn basement, you sumbitch?
Well, since you asked so nicely.
Fucking Tremere. Yeah.
You're a Tremere too, you know.
I'm gonna yeet it, and I'm gonna
You hang out for a
I know.
while. Eventually, you hear sounds banging around, people moving stuff or something happening, and then your phone rings.
Yellow?
Yeah, I'm in the basement, but I don't see you. Did you guys get out and you didn't bother calling me? Because if you did, I don't want to be pissed off.
We're in the fucking basement, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
You're not in the basement. I'm in the basement right now. I'm looking.
No.
Oh my god.
Through the confessional.
Ask Benedict to yell. He likes doing that.
I'm gonna push the steamer trunk over, stand up on it, and like pound on the trap door.
Wait, I hear something.
Yeah, it's us. It's through the confessional. It's like it's a sub basement. It's a secret fucking room.
Through the confessional? That's a little bit on the nose, isn't it?
All right, you know what? Shut up and just look, would you?
I can't help it. I'm an academic. I gotta analyze everything. I know someone who's obviously not an academic. How did we hire you again?
Listen, I am an expert in my field, and if you don't like it, you can suck my butthole. This is the equivalent of Harley Quinn going, God. I have a PhD, motherfucker.
You hear stomping, and then eventually you hear, oh yeah, okay, no, I see there's a thing here. What the fuck
Benedict,
is this thing? Hold on, I can't, hold on, I gotta hang up. I can't hold the phone in.
Fucking God. Benedict, can you smack the thing again?
Refuses to make anything easy, does he?
The trap door opens. How the hell did you get it? What the hell is that place? He starts coming down.
Don't come down. No.
What?
Keep your ass up there. We are coming out.
Door open.
Jeez. All right, fine. He climbs back out. How did that happen?
I'm going to grab all of the books that I can, all of any note paper, anything, and it's just going to be like hoarding. Like,
and I've snapped all of the photos, everything that I could possibly. I took video of this whole thing.
As you extricate yourselves from the basement and then find yourselves in the main area of the church, Ramona says, I've had a little bit too much emotion for one night. If you don't need me to further solve this situation, I think I'd like to go home and refocus myself a little bit, because this has been a little more than I bargained for.
Yeah, no, honestly, I don't blame you, darling. You can go on.
Also, isn't it close to dawn now?
It's been a pleasure. I'll check in on you tomorrow, okay?
Sounds good. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
And Ramona will take off, and Darcy's in there going, so, what? Fine.
A masquerade breach.
This?
Giant masquerade breach.
Oh my God.
Someone's decided to turn our little society into some kind of weird little blood-soaked sex club, and they're just writing it on the walls.
Honestly, you shouldn't be allowed to make any adult decisions between the ages of 18 and 22.
Not until your brain is fully developed.
All right. Oh, this is bad. Okay. Any leads on who these kids might be, or whoever's doing this? Are they kids? Is it students? Yeah, it's students.
I don't know who else it could be.
Any leads?
The quietest society.
So just as a kind GM, I will also say that you have 3 names, and you have a matchbook from the 20 Miles of Rough Road Club.
I can't. The free names. I can't open Discord on my internet. Well, gosh.
But you do know there are 3. You do know that ostensibly one is male, one is female, and one at least sees themselves as agender, both genders, and that there is. That was that matchbook from the 20 Miles of Rough Road.
I will explain to Darcy that they have fashioned themselves out of these characters from these historical smut novels. So that seems to be what their focus is. And then they may or may not be hanging out, and I will take the matchbook
Okay,
here.
hold on. Are you saying that this is all some kind of just some sort of elaborate hanky-panky club?
Yeah, there's some sex, drugs, and rock and roll for sure.
Clearly.
But,
Did you look at the fucking pictures?
right, but so are they the ones killing our housemasters? Because it seems to me that if you're getting together to do a little woo, you're not necessarily looking to murder people.
Unless they're looking for blood.
Or looking to become vampires? I don't know.
Why would they think that killing some random person would make them a vampire?
Because they're dumbasses.
They're literally children. Okay, maybe not children. It should probably be a little bit nicer
maybe
than
they're
that. Most of
children,
them are missed.
but right now we have 2 dead members of our community on our hands, plus serious breaches of the Masquerade on the part of a former Toreador Justicar.
Also, a sick Toreador. Like, she's fucking melting.
She's
Some
losing her
things are
goddamn
wrong.
novels.
All right. You're a shit kicker. You hang out at this club?
Yes.
All right. How about you get yourself down there and see if you can find anything
You know
remotely
what?
connected to this thing. If these people hang out down there, maybe they've been caught. I don't know. What is it that kids do today? Fucking smoking cigarettes in the bathroom or something?
Darcy, were you ever a kid? Like, were you ever a teen? Were you
Yeah,
ever a young
in the
adult?
1800s.
Yeah, no kidding. Jesus. Wait,
I know
literally?
when to smoke and
Should-
when not to smoke, though, he says with his cigarette still hanging unlit from his lip.
Oh my god.
Are we going to the goddamn punk club or not?
Yeah. Let's go to Rough Road.
I'm gonna
You know
go and check in on Annabelle, and I'm gonna try to broach the subject of these journal pages with her. If you
Just-
don't hear from me again, it's because she ate me, and I would like it if you went to an Irish bar and sang "Oh Danny Boy" for me while drinking Bushmills.
Bushmills? Bushmills.
No, I don't know. I don't know what people do. It's just something that, anyways, just
Could you pick
remember
a
me
better whiskey?
fondly is what I'm saying.
Absolutely not.
No.
All right. Just, stay in touch. Let me know what goes on. Go and check that out. Let's reconnect before dawn, shall we? Which is not too far off, so don't dilly dally.
Yeah.
We don't have time to fuck around. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Sloan, move your ass.
To the rabbit. I did get to see Bikini Kill at the Rough Road. Man, that was awesome. It was a great show.
Really?
So I just am like walking and talking.
You head out to the parking lot, hop into Sloan's little red rabbit, and punk music blasting out the windows. You head on down to the village towards the 20 miles of Rough Road Club, which is the punk club in this little village. Sydney, I kept wanting to call you Darcy, and I was like, it's not Darcy. Don't say Darcy. Don't say Darcy. It's
I
an
am
E name,
not
but it's
Darcy.
not Darcy. And I'm like, Sydney, okay. You have stepped out of the coffee shop. The weather's starting to turn. It's not quite cold enough for snow yet, but there's a very biting wind out as you pull your collar up and put your hands in your pocket, thinking about everything that's just sort of happened. And as you stand there looking across the street at the kids coming and going from the bar that's sitting there, you see a little red rabbit pull up, windows down, music blasting, and you recognize Sloan and someone you don't know in the car with her.
Okay. I'll wave a little bit, I guess.
You see Sloan like whip around and like try to do a Blues Brothers into a parking spot, just like
And you
screeching out front.
In the passenger seat, you see this think of the weirdest, kitschiest little witchy woo-woo shop that you could think of in a place like New Carthage, and then think about who might run the joint and what they might be wearing, and that's what you see in the passenger seat, gripping that side handle for dear fucking life.
I lean out. I'm like, "What's up, Sid Vicious?"
Oh, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
He'll walk up. Really?
What?
Sid Vicious? That's what you came up with?
What do you want? You want Sid Luscious? Do you want Sid Soft and Silky? Do you want Sid Petals? What do you want?
Is she always like this?
Oh, I mean, I'm guessing.
Oh, God.
I am what is known as insufferable.
I wouldn't say that.
And the
You're
worst
close.
driver I have ever had the displeasure of sitting in the passenger seat. We almost died, and we're already dead.
Oh,
It was kind of cool, right?
No,
Okay, I won't do that.
not even remotely. That was terrible.
Where are you chuckleheads off to?
Oh, we gotta go the road, and you're coming with us.
Okay.
And I loop an arm through Sid's.
Who are you?
Sydney.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Benedict
Yeah.
Cruz.
Pretty sure I'm about to break one of my own personal rules tonight.
What rule is that?
I'm hungry.
Oh.
Delicious. I know just the spot.
Do you?
Mm.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Hooray.
Fuck is left to lose?
We've got Sloane, who's having the time of her life, and then Sydney and Benedict just, yay.
Sydney would be in the back seat, as the car goes nuts. He's just like, I'll just fucking end it. I don't care.
Just want to
If
die.
you're gonna kill us, go ahead and do it, because I don't even fucking care anymore. I feel like
What do you do?
even under the biggest amount of duress or stress or anxiety, Sloane is always happy to walk into the road.
When you do walk into the road, the place is strange because, it's a punk rock bar in a small New England college town. So it's at once both as extreme as possible and also kind of not that extreme, because a lot of the students who hang out here are students from the college, and they're not punks. They're just, very...
They're yuppies.
socially aware, awakened, they're involved in social cause and things like that, but they're still yuppies. So, but there's one of the things that's kind of unique about New Carthage is that there is a little commune just outside the village that is basically a bunch of old punks from back in the day that lived there. There's this huge sort of series of old buildings. There's an old bed and breakfast, a bunch of other places, and they've kind of taken it over and made this little commune. So you have this group of students who are just kind of either wanting to kind of live or be slumming a little bit, perhaps in some cases, but others that are all really just starting to learn about revolutionary ideas and fuck the man and what have you, and kind of want to soak that in. And then you have real honest to God, old school punks who hang out here. So it's not a place it's not a hole. It's still, a college bar to a certain degree in a college town, but it does have good bands. The alcohol is on point. The people who work here are authentic, is the word I want to use. As you step into the bar, you smell the place, Sloane, and you immediately feel at home. This is definitely one of the places that you like to be and hang out the most. You recognize some of the people who are here. People say hi. Have either of you, Benedict or Cindy, been here before?
I probably have.
Do I look like the kind of person that walks into an establishment like this?
You look like the kind of person who walks in wherever they goddamn want to.
Well, fair. This isn't exactly my scene. So, no.
Okay. The music's really fucking loud.
Mm.
And it's old school punk music, so it's not like Green Day.
Better not be.
You walk in, the place, it's late. The place is just emptying out. There's only a few people left. There were no bands playing tonight. There's like this old Victorola fucking jukebox in the corner that's got like a bunch of mini discs of punk classics that's playing. And you spy at the bar your friend Veruca, who long ago gave you some advice that has basically kept you here in that time and accepting the job at the university and so on and so forth. She sees you, she winks, and what is it that you drink?
Oh, me?
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Here we go. This is specifically for Laura. I probably have asked her to order Malort special from Chicago. Wow, look at the similar face. Look at how your heads move at the same time.
Good night, folks.
And that's our stream for tonight.
I quit.
I would like to clarify, that is not because Laura and I spend too much time together, which, by the way, we do, and I love you, Laura. That is the visceral reaction that people who have tasted the Sharpies and motor oil that is Malort.
It's very funny because Lindsay's in the chat, and there were shots of Malort at the show on Saturday, or Friday. I don't know why you're mad.
Yeah,
Linz.
but
you were passing them around. So
Malort's one of those things that you sometimes, and I say this as a Canadian who's only had to suffer it a few times. It's one of those things that sometimes you just don't have a choice. You have to have it. You hate it, and it sucks, and it destroys you on the inside, and it burns your morale away like
sometimes
paper in the flames.
Your partner is sitting naked on a bar, and you hand them a shot of Malort while they're hosting a show. I get it.
You can support your partner without. So look,
you
it's
gave
like,
it to me
without burning off your taste buds.
What it is it's like this. It's like being sick. It's like when you get a really bad cold. You don't want it. You're just gonna get it at some point, and you have to get through it. And sometimes you're gonna give it to your partner.
Just. I can't believe I'm going to say this on a stream. Just open your throat and let it happen.
It's okay.
You hear that, internet? You hear it? Did you hear that?
You're on Folk&Myth
right now.
That kind of stuff gets said all the time.
I need that clip for reasons.
Hashtag reasons.
Yep.
Hashtag.
I'm so sorry,
Laura.
Blake.
Oh,
all right. Now that my vampire game has been completely derailed by Malort, and it's not the first thing in the world to be completely derailed by Malort, and certainly will not be the last.
Not if I'm around.
Not while I'm around.
Oh my god. Okay.
It's now become a spike drink.
Veruca sees you, pulls the exact same phase that we all pulled when you talked about Malort, and pulls the bottle out from under the counter and puts it on the counter.
And I go, oh, Veruca, you salty bitch, have a shot with me, would you?
No.
Okay. Well, how you doing?
I'm all right. As she poured herself a large Jägermeister.
Talk about Hork. Jaeger is way more Hork central than Malort. Y'all
Fuck
need
no. Lies.
One
Lies.
tastes like Christmas and vomit. The other one tastes like despair.
and vomit.
And vomit. And also vomit.
Wow, if you mix them together, you'd really have a drink for these days. All right. She pours you a shot, pours herself a large Jägermeister, sees Sydney, pulls out the bottle of Goldschlager.
Thank you.
looks at
Just start uncorking it.
looks at Benedict and goes, I truly, and I say this as someone who has never failed before in their life as a bartender, I have no clue what you drink.
You ever seen somebody who knows that the thing that they're wanting to say is horrendously rude? And so they kind of pause and like you can see the moment. You can see the moment where they think about it. And then they pause and then they physically swallow back the words. That's exactly what Benedict does. Because Benedict Cruz may be a son of a bitch, but he was still born and raised in Louisiana.
But you haven't opened your mouth yet, so she doesn't know that. So what can I get you, honey?
I'm assuming you don't do an espresso martini here.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
The fuck?
We got it all in here. Just because there's a giant neon Pabst Blue Ribbon sign missing 2 letters behind me doesn't mean that I don't know how to make a good drink. Just that tight.
You know what? I'm glad I didn't open my mouth.
Moments later, you all have drinks. Not the best one you've ever had, Benedict, but definitely way better than you would have expected in a place like this.
And it's not Malort.
More importantly.
I have a question for you, Bleakseason. I'm sorry to interrupt your flow. But regarding... You got hustle and flow, baby. Regarding the... I'm going to yeet myself into Lake Michigan in this weather.
Yes?
Sorry. Regarding this... I dissociated for 40 seconds.
Would you like me to sing a song?
No, I was gonna ask about Veruca. You were saying that Veruca said the thing to me that kept me here. I was reviewing my Discord notes to see if I could find that specific note, and I can't find that specific note. Is this information to be divulged later?
What's that? Sorry, your internet was free. Your internet just took a shot of Malort, and it's all over the fucking place. Can you please repeat?
Am I back?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is my fucking nightmare, and I blame my upstairs neighbor. You had said that Veruca had said something to me that kept me here and made me want to choose to go to the school, and I was looking through my notes, and I could not find specifically what she had said. So I wanted to refresh my memory, given the fact that I think it could be pertinent to the conversation.
Sloan Marlowe spent more of her human life in bars and clubs and academia. One of the bartenders at her regular spot said she was too smart for this place and she had to take a shot on the masters even without her bachelor's.
There we go. Okay,
that is what I was referencing.
Thank you. That's what I needed. Appreciate it. Sorry to derail everything.
You didn't derail anything.
The Malort derailed everything.
I might be drunk off Malort, and there's none in my house.
So you have your drinks. They taste great. They're awesome. After, once you've done a little chit chat, had the drinks, she says, well, I really don't mean to be, the killjoy here, but we were on our way to closing when you stepped in. So I'll give you another round if you want, but some of us need to go sleep. I know you're a creature of the night and, you enjoy staying up late, but... Right.
Yeah. Look, some weird shit's going down, and I was wondering if I could just, I don't know, can we talk for a second? More privately than this? I know you have to close. I'll honestly, I'll help you close. I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
Sure. I mean, you mean private from your two friends too, or can they hear?
No. They should hear. They will hear. They know everything.
Okay. Well,
Sydney needs to.
I think we're okay here. And she leans in. She goes, "What did the math professor do?"
I don't involve myself with the math department.
Oh, it's just the second time I've heard about the math professor.
As a policy,
I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but something doesn't add up.
Listen, there's been some weird shit happening around campus. Weirder than usual. Weirder than, yeah, even the secret societies.
Well,
Yeah, but specifically, I don't want to give away too much about it, and I like kind of glance sidelong at Benedict. But some bad shit's happening, and I was just wondering, is there anything weird happening lately here at the bar? Have you noticed some folks who are here that are not normally here? We're just trying to get some information.
Sloan, darling, I need to ask you a question.
Yep.
Are you asking me this in your official role as someone who works in the office of the Dean of Student Life at the college, or are you asking me as Sloan, my friend that drunkenly made out with me one night and we never talked about it again? And maybe we should at some point, but because I need to know, because the students, as you know, come here, and to a certain degree, they kind of find this to be a safe space for them where they can do stuff, and they know that we're not going to be on the horn to, what's his name? The dick who works at the
fucking Darcy.
Yeah,
but,
like on the phone to Darcy,
listen,
telling them what the kids are doing here. So
listen, when I tell you that this is official business, I don't mean that it's school business, if that makes sense. I would like for you to talk to me like your friend, please.
okay. So there's been a lot of, so you know, kids always have, okay, you work at the school, right? So you know about the whole Covatus thing, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Well, there's something more than that now. The kids are talking about something called coitus or quietus or some
Quietus.
Yeah. And one of the other bartenders who work here, I don't know if you remember him, Ronald, he used to study literature, and he said that it had something to do with Hamlet, and it was something about suicide. And so the bosses here started getting worried. We started getting worried that there was some sort of like, kind of suicide thing started happening. So we started asking questions a little bit, and we realized that that's not what it's about, but there is apparently some sort of, I don't know, like an underground secret society or something that...
Oh, for sure. There is. Can confirm.
Okay. Isn't it the French who call orgasms the little death, so that quietus and coitus would be very similar? Anyways, okay. Sorry, I'm just...
Are you talking to anybody who's not in this general conversation right
I'm a
now?
Gemini,
Or
leave me alone.
are you? Is there a fourth
I'm
wall
a Gemini,
broken?
leave me alone. And the only thing we've kind of been able to glean from it is that it's some kind of sex thing, maybe, like some kind of, yeah, like a secret society, and like the initiation stuff's like a lot of sex stuff and whatnot. And I mean, that's not great, but people are gonna fuck. What are you gonna do at that age?
Yeah, I mean, like,
you.
there's one thing about like a group of horny co-eds getting together to occasionally sucky and fucky each other, but this is taking it a step too far, and it is starting to involve the societies. And also, and I like lean in really close, and I go, people might be in physical danger, and I don't mean consensual.
Okay. Well, look, the only thing I know is that once we started asking questions about it, we were told that someone from the school would be contacting us, and someone from the school did contact us and came here and talked to us about it and told us that it wasn't a problem, and they were from the security office, so we took it kind of seriously.
Benedict looks at Sloan. The fuck?
Interesting.
Who did you talk to?
Miss Veruca, was it?
Just Veruca.
Veruca. It's like Sloan says. It's gone from what could potentially be harmless co-ed exploration to real physical danger. It's getting bloody. Please.
There's someone who works at the school who's a former student. Her name is Zena Card. She's one of the security guards. She works day shift. Came down here. She said that the college was aware that there had been an investigation and that they had their investigation had led them to believe that there was nothing dangerous or illegal or untowards happening, that this was just another one of those student things that they did to keep things interesting and because they thought that this is what college life was all about, and that if we heard anything really bad to make sure to contact them. But after that, people kind of stopped talking about it around here.
Huh.
Sloan, this is more your area than mine. I just live in town.
Yeah. Okay, so the university does know. Sounds like they're quieting things up or trying to. Veruca, have any of the kids come through that you've like overheard conversations about meetings, or was this kind of like the university caught wind and it was escalated enough and they were trying to quash anything that might have been going on?
Go ahead and give me, Marlo, a manipulation plus insight roll.
Manipulation. Fuck, sorry. Demiplane. Doing a thing.
Dermerplurn.
That's 3 successes.
My bosses sort of thought that this solved the problem. I think that they really wanted it to be solved, and so they kind of went along with that. But when Xena came to see us, she came on a Sunday afternoon. She was wearing just her civilian clothes. She told us that we didn't need to follow up with the school. Anyways, it seemed a little off the books, like maybe she was just acting of her own volition, maybe, or without official sanction. So I don't know that the school knows anything about it. I think
But she
I
told
got
you
the
to...
feeling that maybe she's more like the person who keeps it quiet so that the school doesn't hear.
I gotcha. So even if it's... Yeah, okay, I see what she's doing. Would we, Storyteller, know, any of us know this name, Xena Card, as a kindred or human, or...
No, as far as you know, she's a human daytime security guard. She was a student here a few years ago. She got hired for a summer gig, and then they just kept extending her contract. You've never really even encountered her, because she's always day shift.
Interesting.
Sounds like somebody we can go and pay a visit to.
Yeah, certainly does.
Awful interesting. And she's speaking for the university when walking around in plain clothes on a Sunday afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That's I'm afraid that's really all I know about it, and it's been really quiet since then. I mean, I'm happy to get in touch with you if I hear or see anything else, but
Yeah, that'd be great if you wouldn't mind, Salty. Especially if you see Xena come in. If she comes in again, preferably late night. If you see her at all.
okay, for sure. Oh, and he leans in. Tabby was in here again last night, talking smack about you, saying something about you and some student named Phoebe.
I like clear my throat after a Rolodex of hateful words goes through my head, and I go, talk about a manual cunt, am I right? Finger guns. And like I'm like reddening if I could, like the blood to my cheeks would just like
I don't think I got that, but
Yeah, I didn't get that one either.
yeah, what?
Emmanuel cunt? Come on.
Oh, because she's a philosophy student.
She's a philosophy asshole. I hate her.
Okay, yeah, okay, I get that, but just tell me you're not right with this Phoebe or any of the other students. Like,
No.
okay, I'm just saying.
Listen, come on. I've done a lot of questionable things in my day, but I am full Keanu Reeves hands when it comes to children. All right? I don't want these kids around me.
Okay.
I say children, I mean the students at the
Yeah,
school.
of course. Yeah, don't worry. It's okay.
adults.
It's all good. It's all within TOS speaking.
Is that fourth wall again? It just, goddamn, keeps falling down.
Would you put it back? God.
I got it.
Yeah, if I hear anything, I'll let you know, and you know, same with you, I guess. Just keep me posted.
Yeah, and if you see Tabby anytime in the evenings, let me know, because I just have a quick thing to say to her when you see her.
Is that quick thing just like a 5-knuckle hustle? Is that what you're gonna?
I was gonna say, from the reaction, it seems more like it's 5 things and maybe a beer bottle.
No, I just want to talk.
You just want to talk.
I just want to talk.
You just want to talk.
You're just
Okay.
jealous, you know that, right?
Okay.
I don't care anymore.
Okay. Again, Jimmy's coming down. You're gonna have to go, but yeah, keep me posted, all right?
Yeah. Hey, thank you very much. And I like reach into my wallet and pull out an extra $20 on top of what we
don't worry
paid.
about it. Don't worry about it.
No, just count it as a tip. Just take it home for yourself. Okay.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you. Just give me a shout if you hear or see anything, especially Tabby.
Hey. Okay.
Okay.
Nice to meet you all. Sorry, Cindy. Yeah, I know. Sorry, but nice to meet you.
Benedict.
Benedict.
Thank you, ma'am.
No problem. As you leave the bar and step onto the sidewalk, you can feel it in your bones. The sun is coming. It won't be very long at this point.
But
we should get home.
yes. You know what? Storyteller, I imagine, given how small this town is, it wouldn't be difficult for me to get back to my own haven from here.
No, not at all.
I can drop you off, and I promise to drive the speed limit. I promise.
You know what? I'm gonna take you at your word, even though I feel like I'm gonna regret it. If you could please return me to my home.
With pleasure. And I like open the door, the passenger door, and a deep bow.
Squint gets in.
I told you. I'm an
There's a slight moment after Benedict starts climbing into the car where Sid goes, "Hmm," and then climbs into the back seat.
Sid just checked you out. Oh.
Wait, do you say that out loud?
Do I say that?
Wait, does Sloan say that out loud?
Oh, I think I'm like walking around the hood of the car and I see him and go, oh shit. Just like real quiet, like enough to make it like, is everybody in on it now?
Thank you, Angela Bloody, for the raid. Thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate you. We're playing Vampire the Masquerade, a little dark academia take on it. Before you head off each to your homes before the sun rises up, is there anything that you would like to do, or one final thing you like to say or whatnot before you have to retire for the day?
I will simply let these two new erstwhile but half-assed coterie members know that I will find them at the campus the following evening. Now that I'm stuck with y'all, shit.
I mean, we're not so bad.
And what about you, Sloan and Sydney? Anything you want to accomplish, or you're just going to head off home?
I think I would drop these folks off and then head back to my little hideout.
You will return to your hideouts. You will prepare yourselves as you do and go to sleep. In the morning, when you wake up, you will have a dozen messages on your phone, Sloan. They're all variations on the same theme from Darcy. There's been another murder. Where are you?
Ah, fuck.
And with that, we're going to go on break.
Bleak in his fucking cliffhangers at every fucking moment.
All right. You managed to find some information by talking to Veruca out at the 20 miles of rough road, and you went to bed and you woke up to a number of messages from Darcy, basically saying it happened again. Oh, the music just... Okay. It happened again. Where are you, basically?
I immediately get in touch with Benedict and Sydney, if he hasn't already.
I don't think Darcy has Benedict's fucking number, and that's on purpose. And that's on
I don't
purpose.
think you would have anyone's contact numbers
Thank
except
God.
for Sloan.
Fuck you, Sloan.
Well, he's technically your
go-between.
boss, so... Plus, he's also in the Tremere hierarchy, way above your pay grade.
Gross.
Yeah, I am very aware. Yes. Oh. I don't... Oh, hold on.
Muted. Gotta love it. If Sloan calls Sydney is answer, like, night has fallen. Like, it's time to get up and get moving. He has not. He is fully, like, sprawled out, miserable. It's like, yeah.
So he's being a Toreador.
What do you want?
Hey,
Yep.
we got a hot one. Let's go.
What does that mean?
That means someone died and it's not us. Get together. Let's go. Pants on. I don't even care. At this point, just get there, okay?
Where? Just Darcy's?
No, she's already hung up.
I already hung up.
Fucking, like, just like toss the phone behind him and just lay for like 5 more minutes.
It's waking me up in the mornings.
Go ahead, actually, all of you, and make me rouse checks.
Oh, heckin' butts.
Ballsack.
I know I'm not doing the best on this.
I didn't succeed.
I got a success.
Your hunger goes up by 1.
I'm at 2 out of 5 now.
You're getting peckish.
I also failed my rouse check. I'm hungry. I'm at 3.
I'm hungry.
3.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The only problem I have with Demiplane is that the character sheets I have of yours don't update when you guys update.
Oh, I fully took a feature that was provided to me through the shared source books, and then it was like, you must add this to your cart. And I was like, but it's already in my character sheet, and I already know what it is.
What is it?
It's the stolen blood thing on my Bane.
Fucking Tremere.
It is trying to make me unlock it, but I had all the resources shared with me, so that's an offline conversation.
Yeah. All right. So, Benedict, you wake up feeling a mite peckish. Are you is Sloan calling Benedict?
You the who, darling?
What do you want?
So funny story. Someone died again. I'm guessing it was probably the housemaster of the third house, given the trajectory of how all of this is going.
What the fuck is wrong with your institution, Sloan?
I don't know. We could go into the ins and outs of all the bureaucracy of academia, but really, I think we should probably deal with the fact that someone is off in ghouls, and I don't think that's great.
No, especially considering... Well, I hope this is a secure line, since you're throwing those words around. It's shit like this that makes me wonder if I need to start moving on from this little township.
Yeah, I know the feeling. I don't know. Retiring to a farmhouse in upstate New York sounds pretty nice right now.
That sounds awful.
You could come over. I'll make dinner.
Speaking of dinner, I am a mite peckish, so I will meet you on campus shortly.
Oh, also, me too. So...
Don't be stupid. And Benedict hangs up.
But...
Butts.
So for your information, Stolen Blood, Cato, when you perform Blood Surge, which you did last night, you need to make a rouse check equal to your Bane severity. So we didn't do it last time, which is fine. But in the future, if you want to do a Blood Surge, spend blood to boost your attributes, you have to do a rouse checks.
Okay. I can't see my... Oh, Bane severity. Oh, I have to do 2 rouse checks then?
No, it means you need 2 successes on your rouse check.
2 successes on my rouse check. I was like, so you're going to have me roll again?
No, not for... Because I just read it now, so next time. And this only applies to your rouse check if you're using Blood Surge, not a regular rouse check.
Copy.
Like when you were trying to bust through the trapdoor.
Yeah. When I'm trying
You
to
would have had to do it there, but we didn't know, so it's fine.
coins and stuff. Got it.
You meet up, I guess, all back at the school. Is that the intent, or is someone doing a detour, or what's the deal?
So Benedict intends to feed first.
How does Benedict feed?
Benedict's predator type is Osiris, and considering when you run a shop like Charmed Curios, you get a very loyal customer base. It's really not hard to, find what you need. Especially if you offer something like, I don't know, a special on tarot readings, something of that like.
Okay, so I will say that you will not experience any problems getting what you need. However, it's going to take a little bit of time. So you will arrive late at the scene at the school. As you are taking the time to open the store and doing... I'm going to say this. When you want to do something like this, one of the things you do like these little pop-up shops where you show up in the square and do this little pop-up tarot reading place or something like that. And people will come into your little tent and they come out of there with their fortunes read and they're feeling a little woozy from all the truth that's been revealed to them.
It's the incense. It can make people lightheaded.
Exactly. So you can go and satiate your hunger there. But you will arrive a little bit late. So, Sloan, you watch as Sydney arrives.
I also probably would have found a way to have a little snack.
And how do you feed?
I think that I go to the road and because I have prey exclusion, of course I wouldn't be feeding on any students because, again, Keanu Reeves hands. And I would probably feed on one of the locals who spends a little bit of extra time in there. There's probably like a few specific ones that I have like a rapport with, and maybe we play some cards or we like do some stuff, and then they get a little bit drunk, and I'm like, oh my God, that my lord went to your head.
So, Sydney, are you stopping for a bite?
Sydney's stopping for something. He's only got one hunger right now. But Sydney's got some stuff that he needs to just have happen to him. Sydney never really leaned into being much of a man whore. But after what happened last night, Sydney needs anything. So he'll be late and probably be walking in very disheveled, much less put together. Hair a mess. And he'll just sort of show up with clothes that are somewhat disheveled.
That is the most Toreador thing I've ever fucking heard.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Live the life.
Okay.
Dated.
All right.
Like
So
this.
you all
All right,
show
let's
up
chat.
late. You all show up late at the school. Everyone kind of just arriving at the same time, realizing that everyone else is late. Someone saying you have a little bit left there, and then someone wiping it off, and then just realizing that you've all been doing the thing. As you walk up the stairs into the school, you realize it is not only very quiet, but even the grounds were kind of empty and quiet, and there really wasn't a lot of people. In fact, there was no people at all. You find Darcy and Haresh, the head of security, who is also Kindred, he's Clan Bruja, in heavy discussion in one of the offices as you walk in. There you are. Where the hell you been? Jesus, I called you like 2 hours ago.
Yeah, we had some business.
Oh, well, is your business that is absolutely way more important than the murder of some of our housemasters finished now? Can we attend to the less serious business of people being murdered and the masquerade being threatened on the grounds of our school?
Darcy, would you rather us walk around hungry?
And horny.
He kind of shoots you a sideways glance. All right. Consider
What?
me properly chastised. We have another one. Nick Holmes, master of the third house.
How did I guess correctly?
He was found in the rotunda.
Storyteller, could I lay out a map of the school and start plotting these points and seeing if they are creating a little nexus of some kind?
So you can totally do that.
Pattern.
So I'm going to have you, Sloan, as you're doing that, I'm going to have you do a wits and investigation roll, but I'm also going to ask Benedict.
Ooh.
to give me a wits, and you're not necessarily going to like it because you don't have a lot in it, but I'm going to say investigation's good too. So go ahead and give me wits and investigation also.
It's 3 successes on my end.
Remember to knock off your hunger on the sheet so that it can calculate the number of hunger dice that you use.
Is it both? I had 2 hunger points. Did I say?
You get 1. You're down to 1.
Okay,
a
great.
feeding
Then
will get you 1 point. Yeah.
I figured that's what had happened, and that's what I did. So 3 successes.
6 successes, and I think that's a critical.
As Benedict, as you watch Sloane start rummaging around, pulling out, like a brochure of the camp, of the campus, and opening it up on a counter and grabbing a ruler and some pens and starting to kind of do some drawings, you suddenly have a flash of insight. Perhaps the paperwork from the city detailing some of the details of the school has been damaged or lost, but you're pretty damn sure that somewhere in this school is an old map of the campus, as it was in the early 1800s when it was first founded. And as you think that, you turn around, and right there in the lobby in a glass case, suspended right at the entrance, are 2 maps. One showing the campus as it was when it was built in 1836, and one showing the campus as it is a few years ago when they built this little display case. And as you approach it, you realize that where the church now sits used to be a field. And where the church used to be now is Annabelle Caravaggio's mansion. You little bones. Thank you for bringing your littlest bones on the internet over for a raid. We appreciate you very, very much. I want it known here publicly that I love Little Bones. She's my favorite.
She's world famous.
And Sloane, as Benedict is having this flash of insight and you are furiously drawing, you hear, I never figured you for an artist. Have you decided to change branches?
Who is speaking to me?
You look up to see your sire, Arceus, Premier Archon.
I tense and straighten up, and then I turn around and go, "What's up, Professor Daddy?"
We talked about you calling me that. Specifically, we talked about you not calling me that.
Nah. Well, the more you tell me not to do something, more I'm likely to do it, so.
Benedict looks horrified.
He stands there in front of you in his Greek god glory with his long dark hair and his beautiful dark skin and his strong nose and the beard and the tattoos under his shirt that's open down to here and the sleeves rolled up, and this presence that he has as a vampire who's probably 700 or 800 years old.
Never mind, I take it back.
Yeah, no, for sure. This is straight up.
Just kidding. I take it back.
That you're horrified? You take back the horrified part, or?
I take back the horrified part because I think once Benedict sees who Sloane has referred to as Daddy, he goes, oh, all right.
I get it.
Okay, I get it now.
Nice. And just apropos of nothing, Benedict does have the flaw non diabolist, right?
No. Yeah.
Run, bitch! You better run!
Oh no! Oh god, yep.
I hear you've been having trouble. Would you mind catching me up?
Sure. And I just like reach into his breast pocket where presumably he has a pen, and I just start circling the places on the map on the old map.
And as you're doing that, Arceos's eyes are moving slowly over everybody else there and taking everyone in.
Except for Benedict, who is now part of the floor.
What are you doing? You were drawing this thing on the small map, now you're drawing it on the big map.
Yeah, because we need the old map. Boss Daddy.
What are you looking for exactly? I'm sorry, you wanted to add something? He looks at you.
Something caught in my throat.
We're looking at just some places of note in the last few days, in case you wanted to, catch up with anything. And you wanted to catch up with me instead of Darcy, because I think you find me only slightly less insufferable.
Oh, Darcy's a fine fellow.
Okay, no accounting for taste, but...
At least he behaved like a Tremere.
I take it back again.
Told you. It's born to be a Bruja, baby.
I know. Life is full of surprises like that, isn't it?
Sure is. Daddy-o, what do you want to know?
First, I want to know who your friends are.
Oh, I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. I turn and look, where is Benedict?
I'm gonna put this out here. Benedict is cool as a cucumber because as far as Benedict is aware, they've been chill. They're not making waves in New Carthage. Laura, however, is losing her goddamn mind. Benedict is sitting over Sloane's shoulder, watching as she does the scribble, and just turns to look. How tall is Sir Daddy Archon?
Please tell me he's how tall. Is he how tall?
Huh?
Yeah. How tall is he?
Let's say he's 6'1".
Okay. Yeah, so Benedict kind of like looks, I'm pretty sure he's at like collarbone height, and then looks up and raises an eyebrow. Benedict Cruz. Pleasure to make your acquaintance, sir.
Pleasure to make yours.
Sloane here has requested my services due to my general knowledge of the occult.
Knowledgeable in the occult, are you? Well,
I learned myself a couple of things over the decades.
Decades. Well, thank you for assisting Sloane. Sloane has proven rather inept at anything having to do with the occult, so I'm guessing it's probably a good thing that she has a friend as skilled and learned as you.
You are too kind, sir.
Plenty of experience.
I'll look over at Sydney. The disheveled, sad Toreador.
Sydney Robinson, nice to meet you. Love the look.
Oh. Thank you. It's very kind of you.
Just feeling particularly honest. It's very picturesque and flowy.
Well, I'm glad my aesthetics appeal to you.
Mm-hmm.
Benedict rolls his eyes.
Just to clarify, I already took care of the, little bit ago. So if this is going to be,
so we're not going to be having intercourse, is what you're saying?
At least right now. I mean, like I'm good.
My night is shattered,
like,
as you can imagine.
I mean, like I could go. It's just, it's not going to be my best, and I feel like you're somebody I'd want to impress. So
You already have.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Well, now that
Oh my
we're
God.
all acquainted. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I introduce myself? My name is Archeos. Mere Archon of the Camarilla.
Does that mean anything to Benedict?
Let's see. Let's do a little roll.
Thank you for the hand.
Laura knows what that means.
Yeah. What would that be like? Knowledge of Camarilla?
Politics?
Yeah.
I've got a dot in politics.
All right. So give me an intelligence in politics.
Two successes.
You've heard something along the lines of like, the police of the Camarilla. They're the sort of hands-on enforcement of the law.
Mm-hmm.
Things like breaches of the Masquerade, domain, diablerie, things of that nature.
It's fine. As previously stated, Benedict has been nothing but a model citizen of this fair township, so there's nothing to worry about.
And his aura will obviously corroborate all this. Now that we've broken the ice, Sloan, you were doodling something of interest?
Yeah, and I start looking and connecting the dots of where these things are happening. Am I seeing, I know it's only 3, so maybe it's not necessarily some sort of complete configuration, but do I see a trajectory?
Right now, no.
Right now, no. Back pocket.
Well, you don't know where it's going to lead, but right now with the 3 points, there's basically a line that's crooked.
But it kind of okay, got it. There's nothing of note. It's just a crooked line.
Exactly.
Okay. Is Darcy here?
Yes, Darcy's there, and he is fucking having a great time. He's in the corner. He's lit his cigarette, and he is smoking it with gusto. As he looks at all this, shit-eating grin. He looks like the Cheshire Cat.
I turn and look at him and I go, "Oh, you find your lighter all right?"
Found yours. Like 7 of them in my pocket.
Swear to God, I'm gonna make you eat that cigarette later. Anyway, can you take us to the body?
Hmm?
Can you take us to the body?
I don't know. You want to ask Daddy first?
I turn and look, "Daddy, please."
And Archeos gives you this look that tells you, I may have created you, but I will fucking unmake you if you don't stop that this moment.
Listen, that's the look that my mother used to give me, and I understand the threat of I made you and I put you in this world and I can take you out of it just as easily. I ain't scared of shit.
Darcy, no, you can't see the body because we had it removed because it was found late this afternoon while the place was still full of students. I've taken the liberty to go ahead and suspend classes for a few days and emptied out the college.
Oh, yeah, so it only took 3 murders for you to think that maybe people aren't safe here? Cool.
Well, considering that, why am I even arguing with you? Jesus.
Argue with me. Fuck it. I might be easier on the palate, maybe.
Is that what you want to be? Easier on the palate?
Always at this point. So why wait? Why wait until the 3rd?
Because exams are just around the corner. We're going to have to answer questions till Kingdom Come about why we're suspending classes at that point. The students are going to rebel. they're probably not going to want to leave the grounds. It's going to be a huge fucking shit show. So I thought, I'm going to put some people I trust on this to maybe try and get some answers before we get to that point. But, well, here we are with a third murder. This one in the rotunda, again, exsanguinated and left naked for all to see with, what was it, drink from the night itself, adore the Carthaginian, and become the thousandfold epicenter written in blood on the walls of the rotunda.
About that, sir.
I pull up my phone and show the video of the sub-basement of the church. You mean something a little along the lines of this?
Yeah, about that.
So who the hell's doing this?
The Quietist Society.
In the quiet words of the Virgin Mary, come again?
Sloan, we haven't known each other for that long.
Yeah.
I understand that your first instinct is to irritate. Perhaps in this particular junction, it might not be prudent to ruffle feathers. What with the dead bodies?
Right. Sorry. It is a society that we know to be called the Quietist Society. They apparently have meetings every Wednesday night at midnight. And this is what we found when we went to their super secret underground lair that is beneath the church. A little bit more like that. Is that what you were looking for? So, as I look over at Benedict, like, is that the kind of cooperation?
Really, just the facts. I feel like we should just stick to the facts at this point.
That was pretty good, right? Like,
Good job. Proud of you.
I'll work on my people skills.
Okay. I'm going to go out on a limb and say they're probably not going to be meeting at the clubhouse that you found tonight at midnight. But where are they going to be meeting? Because they're going to be meeting because they just murdered someone. So they're going to want to, get together and live it out a little bit. So where are they going to be meeting?
Well, there's more. It sounds like some of the students may have been congregating at the punk bar in town. What's God damn it, Sloan, what's the name of that?
The road.
Fucking rat.
20 miles of rough road. The road.
That place still standing?
Yeah, it's still
in a manner of speaking.
Man, I used to hang out there in the 70s. Anyway.
Benedict looks perplexed.
Anyways, you were saying?
Yes. One of your security guards apparently heard that these society students were congregating and told Veruca that it was handled. But she showed up in plain clothes on a Sunday.
Do we have a name for this security guard? We have a few people that work the day shift.
Xena
Card.
Xena Card.
Yes, sir.
Showed up at the bar, said that we'd been investigating this.
Yeah.
Harash, I'm on it right now. I'm going to call her right now and get her down here. Harash walks away a little bit and gets on his phone.
I wouldn't do that.
Given her her subterfuge with the bartender down at the road, if she knows that we are onto her, she might do something rash.
She could also go underground.
That too.
I take out my phone, I text Veruca and just say any word, ?
She will tell you nothing except that security guard was here again earlier.
And I respond with a gif of Xena Warrior Princess and then a ?
And she writes back, I think it's Xena with a Z, but Z-I-N-A, but Yes, it was her. She was asking if we'd heard anything, if there'd been any more mention of it, if anyone had been asking questions about it.
And I respond back with, what did you say?
I said the last time I spoke about this was with her. I don't know if she believed me or not. She seemed to be pretty on edge.
I just respond back with, was she in uniform or in plain clothes?
Plain clothes.
Okay, keep your ear to the ground.
She left here like not long ago. 10 minutes maybe.
Where did she say she was heading?
She didn't say anything, sorry.
All good. I owe you dinner, XX.
She writes back, am I gonna have to drink, my lord?
I just respond with just like a cheers emoji.
We've cleaned up the rotunda, but at this point, like I said, we're gonna spend classes and deal with the fallout of that after, but we need to sort this out now. Archeos is going to come with me, and we're going to go and talk to Annabelle and try to straighten that out, or try to get her to I don't know, do something justicari about all this.
How is Miss Annabelle faring?
Archeos says, well, I had a very brief chat with her earlier, and she's definitely not the woman I remember. Seems the beckoning is getting increasingly stronger, and her efforts to resist it are causing a very deep dissociative state in her brain. There's part of her that is struggling to sleep, to go into torpor, and part of her that longs to follow the call, and it's fracturing her very psyche. Honestly, the force of the beckoning is quite remarkable.
With respect, sir, it might be prudent to make sure that she is not left alone if she is truly becoming that fractured, especially considering what we've already witnessed around campus.
If I may, now take this as somebody who doesn't do politics or plots in the night, really. I think they want you to suspend classes. They want you to empty the school.
Huh.
Because it opens up Annabella. If
God.
everybody's gone.
That's unthinkable. If these are a bunch of students, they would not even remotely even be able to get close to Annabelle.
But Zena's not a student. She's a security guard.
She's a security guard who's been under the employ of one of us for how long?
Zena's been with the college about 2.5 years now.
Okay.
I mean,
I don't know Zena's connections. I don't know Zena's motivations. That's the big question here. But if you empty the college, if you empty the university, you remove any chance of us being able to hide. And maybe that's what they want.
What if they're not trying to get to her? What if they're trying to get her, but not her specifically, whoever's writing these notes they're finding, to come to them, right? Everything that you found in that basement talks about inviting the night, summoning the night, drawing attention. What if they think what they're doing is to draw the attention of some creature that's going to come to them and give them eternal life? They might be thinking it's the Carthaginian, perhaps, but they wouldn't know exactly who's been writing these.
Benedict, you're making a lot of sounds over there.
No, it's more Laura than Benedict.
I have a... Oh, go ahead.
I might, storyteller, I might be taking a lefty here. But there is a sect of vampires that want attention to be drawn to them, right?
Yeah, but this is different. This is
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I think that you're right. Lube?
Yeah, no,
Lube?
I had a, oh god, it's a Sabbat incursion thought.
I
got
think
Sabbat brain
that
right now.
I do.
perhaps putting the various things that you've seen together, I think that it would probably become clear that they think that there is some sort of creature that can give them power or eternal life, and that everything they've been doing has been to draw its attention. They don't know who or what they're after. They don't know who this person is. They might think it's the Carthaginian because the Carthaginian is the story that goes on around there or whatnot, but you're getting the feeling that's what they're trying to do. These murders are meant to draw attention to themselves, to show someone that they know and that they're ready.
Devotion.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
I have
It's
a
a
storyteller question.
half-assed little cult.
Yeah, half-assed cult indeed. So specifically, we've seen houses 1, 2, and 3. The housemasters have been the victims. Do we collectively, or Sloan or the academic sphere, whomever, are the houses actual, like, or is this akin to like Yale secret societies where there are mausoleums or there are houses in which
Yeah, they're not mausoleums, but there are like
locations that these people
buildings,
are watchers.
Yeah.
And are like, do students live there, or is it kind of like a
No,
congregation?
it's more of it's a place for the students to go hang out, to study, to take some classes, things of that nature. It's kind of like a sorority house, but they don't live there. It's more of a academic place, really.
Okay.
The students all live, there's a number of dormitories. The students all live in those dormitories.
Would we know then also if those, like, if these common rooms, if these common, college areas, for each of the different sects of the college, would we know if they contain anything like lore wise? I'm getting at like arcane, occult, anything in those houses specifically that people might be seeking by taking out the housemasters? That
might be a good question for Archeos, actually, if you want to feel you want to ask him a character.
Hey, sire, with all due respect,
are you feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm feeling great. Do you know if each of the houses that the masters have been watching over, is there anything that they're protecting? Do you think that is there anything arcane, occult, anything pertaining to the Masquerade that would be protected?
Annabelle was very clear that while this was to be a training ground and a place where we might ultimately find the perfect pupil and childer for us. And at that, he gives you a little look like, I know, it's weird. We were consistently told that this place could not in any way, shape, or form breach the Masquerade. Annabelle was a Justicar for a very long time, and she took these matters very seriously. The sanctity of the laws of the Camarilla were of prime importance to her. And so there would not be anything in the houses themselves. That is, in fact, why most of us are not here. We come here once in a while to see the current cohort of students and see if anyone catches our eye, but this was to be a place where we would find and mold the perfect child for each of us. That was Annabelle's gift to us. 4 years of service.
Understood.
Which makes you wonder the fuck why you were embraced by him. Like, you're really like, this makes zero fucking sense.
And like, for the first time, Sloane's a little bit like, oh man. Okay. That's all I have.
I think you need to find this security guard. whoever she is and whatever her connection is. She knows something.
Could I make a request? Don't close the school until after we figure out where she is and if we can tail her or get what information we can.
He looks at Darcy, and Darcy says, well, news is not going to go out until the morning anyways. We got to get the board of governors. That's a whole process. So you got the night.
All right.
Looks like we got to get ourselves a security guard. Harash, do you have any leads on where she might be?
He comes back. He says, no, she's not answering her phone. I can't give you her phone number if you think maybe you can track it somehow.
When you hire personnel, I assume they have to mark down a home address of some kind, right?
Yeah, I can get you that.
Perfect.
Darcy says, is there anything we should know to bring to Annabelle? Can we bring these pages that you've brought to show her? Archeo's like, why are you asking him? Why don't you just tell him to give it to you? It's like, sorry, I'm just trying to be nice, all right? Not time for nice, Darcy. Don't be a fool. All right, give me the fucking pages. We're gonna go and talk to Annabelle and try to get some sense into her. Who are we waiting for again? And Archeo says he's here. And as he says that, you see a man coming up the stairs. Handsome as fuck. This guy is just unearthly beautiful. As he's ascending the stairs, coming towards you with this smile on his face. Archeo says, Atius, thank you for joining us.
This guy looks like I would want to fight him if I were a human. I don't say that out loud, but that's just an observation. Good night, Bonesy.
Good night.
Is everybody on staff just that?
Oh,
like,
no.
make a gesture to this new fucker
And then I point to Darcy.
Atius is
Okay.
not a member of the school. He is someone that we've brought in to discuss this problem Annabelle is having.
Ah,
Where did the music go?
well.
Oh, I know where the music went. We went all the way around the playlist. Atius Giovanni steps up and says, pleasure to meet you all.
That is all mine.
Do we recognize him as Giovanni?
Hmm?
Would we recognize him as Giovanni?
No.
Okay.
But I think
Just
I
curious.
just mentioned it, so.
Well, you did, but that's above table. I was saying in game.
You know, I don't think you would know him.
Yeah, unless he's got. Did
That's it.
Giovanni don't have any like distinguishing?
No, and for world lore purposes right now, the Giovanni clan basically doesn't exist. It's been absorbed and put in its place by the Hecata, and
At least he's not a fucking Cappadocian.
no, he's not. But if you followed the rest of the Chronicle so far, you would know that he's someone of interest. In any case, sorry, this is just lore for the lore nerds. Archeos says, he comes over to you, Sloan. I may require your help with a certain matter a little later this evening. Do keep in touch. Let me know how this chase is going and make sure you are available in the last few hours of the night. But do find this security guard. I believe it's our best bet. He looks over at Sydney and winks at you. Then he looks over at Benedict. I'll see you later.
Oh, shit.
Good evening.
And he and Atius and Darcy exit, heading towards Annabelle's house.
Benedict is actively watching Atius walk away.
Sydney's gonna like
Cheeks.
sneak up like into frame, like if this is a movie or whatever, like right next to Benedict and look after Atius and just go, he's too pretty.
I agree.
Yeah, I like that though. Like
Yeah, well.
statue.
Yeah, but the statue has no rough edges to it. It's just like wander away.
The three of you are standing there in the entrance hall of the college that is now dark and quiet. You've gotten the information from Haresh about Zena's apartment and her phone. What would you like to do?
I guess we're gonna go be creepy stalkers.
Do either of you have a less conspicuous vehicle?
No. Sometimes I take one of the bikes around campus. I don't think that's going to work, though.
Well, storyteller, if you will allow.
Yes.
Given that Benedict is a Lasombra, and electronics don't super vibe, I imagine he wouldn't have anything super new model, what with the computers and shit.
No.
But like maybe a modest like old model Subaru. It's kind of junky, but it gets around town.
Yes.
If the storyteller will allow.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, it's kind of a junker, but it gets me around town.
Well, if you're willing to...
Sorry, Calamity came out of there from nowhere. Jesus.
Ooh,
Hi,
that's
Cal.
a Calamity.
Yeah, it's not cherry red, so I think that might do what we need it to.
Yeah, and you're probably a safer driver than I am, so.
Oh, most assuredly.
Yeah, maybe if you're willing to drive. I'm working on my manners. How is it going?
You know what? You are getting better every time you open your mouth. Good
Thank
job.
Thank you very much.
Proud of you.
Thanks.
Mhm.
Thank you. Oh, thanks.
You pile into the Subaru. It smells of patchouli and various other things.
No, not patchouli. Lavender. Thank you. Patchouli's gross.
Lavender. You head on back into the village. Xena lives in there's a more modern kind of apartment building. It's got like eight apartments in it in the downtown area, and she lives in one of those. You pull up. This is kind of like the extension of the town as things have kind of grown a little bit, and the college has gotten a bit more people coming to it. The town, the village is starting to grow a little bit. So there's like these new buildings that are being brought, mostly like little condos and things like that. And they've got this kind of faux classic colonial New England kind of vibe to it, but it's just kind of jarring because it's ugly as fuck. They're very modern buildings and they really kind of stick out. Like this part of New Carthage, which people around here call New Carthage, is just really kind of like a sore thumb in the entire place. You pull up to the building. Like I said, it's got 6 apartments, 2 by 2. And there's a parking lot on the side. I'm going to assume you park a little bit further down the street, maybe to kind of scope it out first. But you pull up, check it out. She's at apartment 6, which is the last one on the top 2 floors. Both of the apartments' lights are off on the top floor. What would you like to do?
So are we breaking and entering? Is that what's happening right now?
I mean, I think maybe we shouldn't do like a full-on B&E. I think maybe we just scope it out a little bit and see if she makes her way back.
Just a mild B&E.
I think case first, right? I mean...
All right, yeah.
We only have one night.
I know. We can case for a bit and see if she comes back and maybe go about this in a less, I don't know, getting our asses killed kind of way.
All right.
I could just go up there and tempt fate. It's fine.
And do what? Kiss her to death?
Snort.
When you're playing a stream with all your best friends, it's just too much.
I legitimately, I think that's the noise that Benedict makes. Just sorry.
I could sneak into her apartment and see if there's any important clues that might lead us to where this quietist society hangs out. But if you like, I could attempt to kiss her to death if that's on the table.
I mean, you do you, but
Sydney, not to toot my own horn here, but between the three of us, and the shadows in the car will sort of coalesce and curl themselves around Benedict. I think I might be a bit more suited to sneaking. Could always use a distraction, though.
I'm good at that.
What do? There's, you can walk in by the front door to go up to the 6th floor. There's also fire escapes in the back that you could probably reach, being vampires.
Mm-hmm. Are the fire escapes well lit? Because I need shadow.
I would say they're probably less well lit than the lobby area.
Rad. I'm gonna go the back way then, using shadow cloak.
Okay, and what about the other two? What are you guys doing?
You're going back door, is what you said? Okay. I am. Well, what's the carrot? I mean, you're a Toreador, so I'm assuming you're pretty charismatic.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't assume because it makes an ass out of you and me, but I could. The snorts kill me. I could stake out the front, and in case I see anybody approaching in the middle of the night, I could have a conversation, draw their attention for a little bit.
Yeah, and I can do some, I have a feature called Cloud Memory, where I can make someone forget by dominating them, so that might become a useful thing. Or I can mesmerize her, so, maybe it's... I feel like it would be sus if it's both of us, but if you're willing to initiate the conversation, I see it going south, then I can jump in as your backup.
Works for me.
Should we have a high sign, Benedict, in case you, I don't know, you're... like a...
Probably. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I don't usually get into this manner of shenanigans, so no offense, Sloan, but you seem like the more delinquent here, so what would you... First of all, be quiet as fuck. Second of all, be prepared as fuck. Third of all, if anything goes wrong, have a signal that something's going wrong. And if you're not back within, 45 minutes, then we're coming to get you. Yeah, all right. Well, if something goes tits up, I'll make a bunch of noise and run for it. How's that?
Yeah, run fast, yeah.
I mean, I'm not Bruja fast, but I'm still not human.
Yeah, you're fast.
I'll do my best.
I just have a quick question before you go. Does it tickle when you do the little
kind of cold.
Oh, cool. I was just curious. I don't really know much.
Again, as they're having this conversation, Sid is gonna.
Am I? Wait a minute. Can I clock this now?
Sure.
Oh shit.
Can I help you, darling?
I was just looking.
I think he's thinking of tentacle porn.
Oh God.
And I just like sit back in the back seat, like tapping my toes.
Please, someone clip that. Please clip that.
I think that was the funniest thing that Kato's ever said.
Please clip it.
Someone
Done.
please clip it. It's going. If you clip it, it goes on the social media page.
Yep. Anyway, so just to clarify,
shit.
does that actually come out of Sloane's fucking mouth?
Yes, it does. 100%. And like hands behind the head, like tapping my toes, like to an invisible song.
Just gonna turn like slow.
Anyway, and I bail out of the car and I just like go to like the front gate and kind of like tuck
The
away
car's
into the
still
shadow.
moving. It's going like 2 miles an hour.
I stumble on the way out.
So that means that Sloane was in the back seat. Sydney and Benedict is obviously driving. Sydney is passenger seat. So I'm picturing they just both kind of look.
And by the time your head's like locked in, like the door is open and I've closed it already. Like,
What in God's name is wrong with that girl?
so much.
I your guess is as good as mine.
All right. And Benedict kind of looks at Sydney, kind of gives an up down. Let's put a pin in that.
Sure. Fuck it. A switch was flipped in Sydney, and he does not give a fuck anymore.
Well, I mean, Sydney would be a switch. Anyway,
Anywho,
this is me walking to hide.
You go and stand out front. Are you going to try to hide in any way, shape, or form? Are you going to roll a stealth roll?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to like tuck in, like try and get into the bushes just to like watch carefully with the presumption that at some point Sid is going to go and try and have a conversation.
All right, so go ahead and give me composure and stealth.
Good thing she has composure because I do not. Composure and stealth. Two successes.
Okay. What are the other two doing?
Sydney is going to. Oh God, this sounds awful. Clean himself up a little bit, like brush his hair back. He'll undo like one extra button on his shirt, but like make sure it looks nice enough. And he will. Is there like a bench or something outside of the front of the apartment building?
Sure.
He'll chill on the bench.
Okay.
And just sort of keep a casual lookout.
Very casual,
look is
leaning
very
back, his shirt open, his leg extended out, the hair
like
just sort of
romance novel positioning, like very much
Paint me like one of your French girls.
not natural
very
as
much-
much as fabulous.
My God.
very much prepped to use awe, one of his abilities, should this security guard start walking up.
Excellent. Benedict, you get to the back of the apartment building. The fire escape, of course, is a little high. Do you have any way of reaching it, or there's maybe something you could push underneath or something? How would you like to go about trying to get to the fire escape?
like, are we talking like it is like 7-8 feet up, or is
No, like it's a floor up basically.
okay?
So
yeah,
it would be like
push.
3 or 4 feet up from your grasp.
Oh, I'll just jump. I'm not that short.
Jump up and grab
Sure.
onto it and start pulling yourself up. Go ahead and make me a strength and athletics roll.
Oh, that was dumb. I keep forgetting I'm not strong.
Not buff boy on this one. Damn it! Handsome, spooky short king.
Are you going to do a blood surge?
Yeah. Shit.
Roll a rouse check. This is where things usually go off the rail.
Yep.
Oh, as if they were on them to begin with.
There were no rails. What fucking rails, Bleak?
You took us bowling and didn't put up those little bumper guards.
You're bowling on ice rink.
Yeah. Isn't that just curling? You're Canadian. Do you know things about that?
Well, I'm fucking hungrier, so that's fun.
As you reach up and jump and exert yourself to climb, you feel the beast awakening inside of you. You feel the energy you've expended. Climbing up, hand over hand by this thing, nudge it awake, and you hear a low, deep growl deep in the bottom of your belly, which is where it usually starts. You climb up, and then the rest of the way is easier as you can just walk up the stairs, and you eventually end up on the last platform at the top, which has access to the 2 doors of the 2 apartments that are there. There are also windows that look inside the building, inside the apartments.
Yep. I'm gonna make sure that I've got a shadow cloak around me to disguise my movements, but
Excellent.
I would like to do a sneaky peek before I actually try to do anything super illegal.
Okay, so let's go ahead and let's do a stealth roll, just for a general stealth roll for the entire scene kind of thing. So go ahead and put your dexterity into with your stealth. And the reason why I'm asking for dexterity now and asked for composure earlier is because you're physically trying to hide, whereas I felt that Sloan was more trying to appear inconspicuous, which is why I rolled composure instead of dexterity.
Yeah, and not be a dickhead.
Tentacle porn.
Shadow Cloak gives you a bonus, right?
2 dice.
Oh, that's sweet.
Which
Sweet as pie.
brings. Ooh, that's a nice number of dice. Holy shit. A doot. Oh, fuck off. I'm gonna willpower.
Do you have any night moves? Did we get any? I don't think we got any night moves.
I don't think
I have
any.
2 from the beginning of this run, but
I didn't write mine down because I'm smart that way. If I have any.
I'm so used to having the Bleakseason spreadsheet that when we switched to Demiplane, I was like, I don't have anywhere to put my advantages. Oh,
Exactly.
Raven just gifted you one.
Raven, I would like to use that. Thank you, Raven.
Go ahead, Laura. Also,
2.
critical Chronicles going also.
Wow, Cujo.
What?
Naria.
That's just
Love you.
flirty.
So you buy
Oh.
and sorry, what did you roll? You had rolled.
I haven't rolled yet. Well,
Okay.
I initially rolled a 4. I was gonna willpower re-roll it.
All right. So the night move will buy you an automatic success if you're fine with having just 1 success.
Yes.
Okay. No problem. You managed to kind of stick to the shadows and be fine. And now go ahead and give me a wits plus larceny.
Wits and larceny.
Larceny.
Yeah, I changed all the Nightbot commands this week and I don't remember it. Because I made them to be like logical now, and so I don't remember it.
That was fuck all. So I will willpower that one.
Okay, you have 2 night moves, by the way, because Raven, Sarah, and Cujo gave you 1.
All right, I got 2. Okay, I'll use Cujo's then.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, babe.
Yeah,
So
baby.
cute.
With
Shut
you
up.
don't know what, but something somewhere shores up your feeble attempts at stealthing and at observing. And miraculously, through the powers of the night, you manage to kind of hide and you take a look inside. You notice that the lights are off. However, you're pretty sure that you can see a figure sitting in a chair in the living room. So
I also have Oblivion Sight.
Huh?
I have Oblivion Sight, so I can see in darkness.
Oh, well, there you go. You see through the kitchen, down the hallway, and then the living room's at the front, and you can see partially into the living room, and you see there's a big chair and there's someone sitting in it. It is a young man with short hair, circled back. Absolutely does not look like a security guard called Xenocard. Very obviously a young man.
And they're just sitting?
They're just sitting in the dark.
In the dark. If I tuck against the wall and like make a noise, did they react?
They do. They sort of
Okay.
look up. So this is what happens, okay?
I just want to make sure they're not dead, Bleak. I thought it was a dead body for a second,
No,
okay?
it's not. But go ahead and make me a wits plus awareness. See if you notice something else.
Wits.
You notice that he is dead. I'm just kidding.
You notice he has tentacles.
God damn it. Now we're back to the tentacle porn.
2-2. What'd you?
3 successes.
Okay.
So this is what you notice. You notice that when you do the sound, he looks up towards where the sound is, and then briefly looks away as if to somebody else, and then sort of...
Oh, there's somebody else there.
Spooky.
Oh, hold on. I have powers. I have things. I can see things. With Oblivion Sight, I can see clearly within pitch darkness and to perceive ghosts who are not actively hiding their presence.
You do not spot any ghosts. Oh, you know what? You don't spot any ghosts. You don't spot any ghosts. I was going to throw in something, but then I realized it wouldn't make sense, so ignore it. It's not oh, there's something else, and there's something there, and I decide you don't see it. It's really, there's nothing there. I just realized that it wouldn't really make sense.
Okay.
They can't all be winners. Hey, thanks for the sub, Calcifer.
Okay. I'm gonna have to crack the window open, I'm assuming. Unless it's like shitty enough that I can hear. Like, is it one of those crappy like plywood
you
buildings?
You don't hear anything inside. No, it's just pretty. It's new construction. It's pretty good.
Oh, that's surprising.
There's there's the door and there's the window basically, and you can't really hear anything. But it's kind of like you can maybe hear faint music playing.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna regret this. I want to try and open the window a little.
You put your fingers underneath and you find that it slides open very easily.
Not gonna go in because that's dumb, but with access, am I able to listen now?
The music comes through a little bit louder. A little bit of jazz playing, something quiet, nocturnal. Does your character know anything about jazz?
Well, he's from Louisiana.
Yeah, you're from New Orleans, aren't
It's Miles Davis, Kind of Blue, that's playing.
So we're moody.
Yes.
Okay. We have one person in the chair, and they have turned to look at someone else who is in the apartment. Potentially. Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else in eyesight within the room?
No, you're kind of seeing a very narrow. So there's nothing in the kitchen. You can see the kitchen, and there's the hallway. There's a door there, so there's probably like the bathroom or something else. And then further down at the front of the building is the living room, but it's wider than this corridor, so you're seeing like half of it.
Okay. On my shit ass brick Nokia phone, because anything newer will explode if I try to do anything with it. I've gotten really good at texting fast on the little like push keys.
You turn
thank
it
God.
sideways and then you slide it up and then you...
Yeah, because I can't, listen, I'm a Lasombra. I can't fucking use a smartphone.
Yeah, even this one is kind of wonky when you use it. It's kind of like...
Yeah, it's on the cusp.
Not a Nosferatu.
No. It's the only, this is the reason I don't usually do
So what do you do with the phone?
Don't usually do Lasombra. But yeah, someone inside, and I'm texting Sloan, someone inside, not Xena, male.
I just typed back, any other traits, ?
I will give a basic description of who I am seeing.
Sloan, sounds. Give me a. Go ahead and give me an intelligence and. Give me an intelligence and academics roll.
Oh, great. I have a specialty in that. Oh, it's philosophy, but...
Yeah, no, it's not going to help.
Okay, hold on one sec. Let me reset that. Boop. Boop. That's a pretty big dice pool. Fingers crossed. 6 successes.
Wow.
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 That's a
Wow.
crit.
Yeah, he's a student at the school. Name's Henry something.
Oh no. Do I know that Henry is related to Sydney?
Nope.
Okay. I go, what's Henry's surname? What's
Robinson.
Robinson? I text back, student Henry Robinson, and then the year, his academic year. And I immediately text Sydney the same thing. Inside is Henry Robinson.
Waiting for
Oh, fuck. Sydney takes off for the fire escape.
Not the front door? Oh no.
No.
I see him leaving. I'm like, shit, well, this is going sideways. And I head for the front door.
You head for the front door. As you run for the front door, your phone rings.
My phone?
Yes.
My phone?
Yeah.
My phone.
Yeah.
BLO.
Actually, I'm sorry. It was a text message coming in.
BLO.
It's from Ramona. As Cujo, you run into the alley and run back. You jump up. I'm not going to bother making you do a roll. You climb up, find yourself. Benedict, you hear the freaking fire escape clanging as all of a sudden Sydney comes over the...
Shut up.
Oh my god, what does the text say? What does the text say?
We'll know in a moment.
Oh, come on.
you motherfuck. Yeah, no, Benedict as like looks down and just shut up.
He is trying to be quiet. So he's going to try to gather himself a little bit and proceed still up the fire escape, but he is going to try to be a little bit quieter.
You climb up onto the last thing, trying to be a bit more quiet. You are on the landing with Benedict. The window's open, you hear jazz playing.
Fuck. What are you doing? I have to get him out of there. I have to get him the fuck out of there.
Fucking why?
Because he's my fucking nephew.
Are you shitting me right now?
I text Benedict going, "What is happening?" All caps.
All caps in return, Sid's fucking nephew.
I'm gonna knock on the door. The front door.
Hold on a second. What do you do, Cujo?
I will throw you off this fire escape if I have to.
He stays put. He stays put only... He stays put because if he just waltzes in, everything gets so much more complicated. And Benedict clearly has some sort of way of recognizing somebody in that darkness, so he is going to be next to Benedict. But the moment something goes sideways, he is ready to leap in that window if he has to.
Benedict, what do you do?
How big's the window?
You can get through it.
Doesn't say anything to Sid, but the gesture that he makes is very clearly, "Don't you fucking move." And if you will allow me to larceny my way inside, I would like to do that.
No need for larceny. You manage to slide your way inside the kitchen. As soon as you do, you see Henry look up and he sees you. And he's staring.
Even with the shadows?
Oh, okay, no, sorry, that's right, I forget. You slip in without drawing any attention. Henry's still just sitting there kind of staring in the middle distance.
I am sticking to every possible pocket of shadow in that fucking apartment. Can I maneuver to see who else is here?
Well, now I'm going to have you do a larceny roll.
Ass.
Permission to larceny.
Meanwhile, downstairs, the text you get is from Ramona. It says, "Sloan, I've been trying to resist it all night. I can't any longer. She's calling to me. I have to go to her."
Whoomst.
Annabelle.
Why is Annabelle calling you?
I just feel her pulling me to her.
All caps. Do not go. Stay where you are.
I can't stop. I can't. I'm almost there.
Fuck. What? Fuck. I immediately send a message to Benedict and Sydney saying SOS Ramona in danger.
Meanwhile, Benedict, you are slipping through the shadows. Did you give me your larceny roll?
I'm gonna blood surge.
Go for it. Give me a rouse check.
I'm not fucking around with this.
Little rouse check.
That's a success.
Good.
I still rolled like ass though, so I'm burning willpower. God damn it.
Okay.
This is a fucking course I did. Okay. 3 successes? That's better. It's not great. It's better.
You manage to kind of maneuver yourself enough, and you can see there's a mirror there, and you're glad that you don't have a reflection.
Yeah, nobody can
As
see me.
you look into it, you see that standing in the other corner of the room is a young Latina woman holding a gun pointed at Henry.
Oh.
And on that note,
If you say we are ending the session, I'm going to fly to Canada and shit on your car.
join us next week
God damn.
for the final episode
You, oh,
of Society.
God.